wall. Oh my god, who is that? Relax, it's just me. I'm having a bit of a face situation that I would rather not make public, which is ironic given today's video. You've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, you know exactly why you're here. But for those of you who might have just clicked onto this video while covering their eyes and just randomly looking to see what you can find on YouTube, I made a video a short while ago answering a bunch of random questions about myself. Humble, I know. And one of those questions was about a tattoo, and I mentioned that I had had a tattoo done that I greatly regretted. Okay, now close your eyes and set the scene. I'm 17, a massive classic rock fan, particularly of Guns N' Roses, whom I've recently discovered. I know of this guy who does tattoos in the back of a record shop I go to a lot. I've never met him, and I know absolutely nothing about tattoos, so it sounds pretty good to me. Cut to me going in after it's all set up to get my tattoo done. Now, the room that they do the tattoos in, or that they did the tattoos in, was this really small, rather cluttered room behind the record store. And as soon as you walk in, there's an entirely different vibe to the whole room. Clutter and tattoo equipment and other paraphernalia all over the place. There's blasting violent heavy metal through the whole thing, so loud that you can barely hear yourself think. And all of this acts as the perfect framework for the tattoo artist himself. He went by the name of Buzz, and he was pretty tall and had shaved sides all the way around his head, except for the very top, which was all like kind of spiked up, but also kind of hanging down in really thick gelled strings? Chunks? It was the kind of setting where if I had gone there alone, I probably would have been a little bit nervous. And with good reason, but we'll get to that. At this point, you understand the scene that I'm going into and kind of the person that I was being at that time. I had my tattoo done. It took about an hour and a half to 2 hours of pain and cost me $375. And do you want to know what I got? That's right. I got the Guns N' Roses album cover. Now, can we just take a moment to appreciate that? For one thing, for some reason I thought that, you know what, no. Guns N' Roses is absolutely timeless, and I will always be as big a fan of them as I am at this exact moment. Enough so that I should get their album cover tattooed on my arm. Sorry about that. And now, to be fair, I will say that if it had been done properly, it still would have looked pretty cool. This is what it was supposed to look like. Notice the nice scroll work and the delicate lines and how detailed everything is. And now let's have a look at what I got. Not a fun picture, is it? I tried for so long afterwards to try and convince myself that I was happy with this tattoo. Like, you know, it didn't come out the way I expected, but it's kind of interesting and different. It's like kind of cartoony, you know, like the Nirvana logo. No, it's just bad. All things considered, I got off pretty lucky though that I did not mention to him how bad the tattoo was. A little while after I got my tattoo, I heard a lot of other people talking about the bad tattoos they had gotten from him and how disappointing they were. And there was one person, one very, very unlucky person, whose tattoo had a mistake in it big enough that I guess even he noticed it. And he had the perfect solution to this. He burned it off. Just imagine for a moment that you're sitting there getting a tattoo and your ears are filled with this horrible tattoo done. It's gonna look so cool. Oh crap! Huh? What? What was that? Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. It's nothing. I can fix it. No problem. Oh, okay. Yes, perfect. This dude saw his mistake and he just heated up a piece of metal and just burned the skin right off of their arm with the tattoo. A bunch of other tattoo artists from around the town were so upset that he was giving them such a bad name, they literally chased him out of town. Come to think of it, maybe he was running from the repercussions of burning somebody's arm off. That could have been it. And so I'm left with this great big mistake on my arm, but at least I still have an arm and the skin on it. I have looked into ways of getting it removed, and I've looked up at-home methods that I can do it, because getting it lasered off is wildly expensive. Just for context, I'll just throw some prices up here, and you can just see exactly how bad my situation is, because it will take several sessions of obscene prices done over the course of a series of months. This is not something I'm going to be able to do anytime in the near future. The most affordable option for me would be to cover it up with another tattoo, which I've also considered, but then I would have an even bigger giant tattoo on my arm, which I don't even really want a tattoo there anymore anyway. Yay, past me! Moral of the story is if you're gonna get a tattoo, make sure you think it through. Do your research on your tattoo artist, make sure you're certain of the tattoo, and even if you think you're not gonna outgrow something, it's probably best to not get any album covers as a tattoo. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed me sharing off the embarrassing tales of my wild, uncontrollable youth, but that's enough about me. I would rather hear about you. If you have any tattoos that you wildly regret doing, or any other funny life decisions that you've made with consequences that you'll be dealing with for years and years and years to come, share them in the comments below if you feel like it. If you don't want to comment, that's fine, but I really like interacting with you guys, so... Also, like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to get notified every time I put up a video, about as often as I can manage, because that's the best that I can hope for at this point in my life. Cheerio!